Hello and welcome to the Building Sheriff. Tips and tricks like a pro. Today we are going to learn how to cut tiles on a tile cutting machine. Now this is a very simple thing. These tile cutting machines will cut straight edges. You're not going to be able to cut out for sockets. You'll need a different tool for that. So this video is just about how to cut tiles in half or lengthways. First thing to do, mark a pencil line. Very simple, can be any size, that's absolutely irrelevant. Then, this tile machine has a guide. Now this guide is placed right up against the end and it's square. So basically you're cutting at 90 degrees to the guide. And what you need to do is line your pencil mark up in the middle of this little tungsten carbide wheel that spins around here. It's a bit like scoring down glass. You get one of those glass cutters and what you're doing is creating a weak point, and then we'll create a flex in it, a bending moment, and then that will crack along that line. So align your pencil mark with the wheel, and then what you want to do is, keeping your hands out of the way, hold the tile down and then very slowly apply a bit of downward pressure with this handle and push through to the end, and then your wheel is out of the way. Now you have this little T-bar behind, and what the T-bar does is it presses either side of the tile, and then the middle bit is, you'll see it is raised up a little bit here, and then that allows you to create some pressure underneath and pop the tile. So if I pop down like this, easy. Now, if you want to cut lengthways, the same thing. Make your mark. Obviously, you're not going to be able to take a trim off like this. If you want to take a tiny skim off, maybe 5mm all the way, you're going to have to use an angle grinder or a wet tile cutter. You can't cut the smallest piece. However, as long as there's a decent cut, an inch or so, that will be fine. So again, place this in your tile cutter. By the way, these tile cutters come in different sizes. This one will cut up to 600. So if you have a 600 by 600 tile, 2 foot by 2 foot, that's fine. If you're only going to be using smaller tiles, and let's say you're doing a one-off job and you're just going to be doing your bathroom, you can get smaller tile cutters. However, if you do a bit of tiling, I'd recommend getting the 600 cutter because that will do small and it will do big. Right, so let's line this one up. So, as I said, pencil mark, line it square against the fence at the end. That's nice and square. And then hold the tile down, line up our wheel and scribe. And there's our cut. It's very simple. It's one of those things that until you've done your first cut, you won't have the confidence to push hard enough. But a bit of practice, and use some offcuts if you have some offcuts for practice. If you mess one up, use that again to practice. Scribe your line down and get used to the even, gentle pressure. Don't push it down hard. A nice gentle pressure and you'll be good to go. For more tips and tricks, subscribe to the Building Sheriff. And if you want a tile cutter, there's some links in the description below. Cheers.